Look at how melted that is. Hey guys, so a couple weeks ago I came out to Almond Joy to take her out for a short trip and had some issues pulling the Shorepower cable out. After working on it and wedging on it and pulling on it, I was able to get it apart and then discovered that it actually had melted the inside of the Shorepower receptacle on the boat and melted the connection, the female end on the Shorepower cable. It generally means there's too much heat in there, something's happening, it's in there that's causing all that heat in order to melt that plastic, and in this case fuse the two together. This is a hugely dangerous situation. It could easily caught fire on the boat, burn my boat to the ground or the water line, as well as potentially the entire marina and everybody else's boat. So I went ahead and disconnected the Shorepower cable, shut it down, and just left it until I could get some new parts. After doing some research, I've decided that I'm going to use SmartPlugs. I'm going to replace the female ends of both of my Shorepower cables and the receptacle on the boat with SmartPlugs. These are supposed to have 27% or something like that larger contact area for the connections. They snap into place. I don't have to deal with that goofy little ring to screw onto the hull of the boat, which sometimes it doesn't really, it's kind of hard to do. Let's get started. The first order of business is to remove this existing burnt receptacle. Okay, on this model of Bayliner, the Shorepower back side of the connector is up underneath this panel. So we're going to remove this panel. I'll start by removing the old garden relief. It's melted over the connection screws, so I clip the wires and remove any damaged wire. I need it sealed, so cleaning the hole is really important. I don't want any artifacts or any debris left over to create an area where water can intrude into the boat. Next, I trim back the wire insulation about 1/4 inch to fit inside the connections on the plug. Then I set the new relief with just enough wire to connect into the plug. After I ensure everything fits properly, I peel back the sticky part of the gasket, install it on the receptacle, put it against the hull of the boat, and push it into place, making sure everything is secure. Then I can pull the relief back through. Once I'm happy with the gasket, I'll focus on the mount holes. Because the new receptacle doesn't line up with the old mount holes, I'll need to drill new ones. Starting in reverse, always start in reverse when drilling through gel coat. Then after you get through the gel coat, go ahead and put it in forward gear and finish the hole. The connections on the back of the smart connector are color-coded to match the wires. so green, black, and white. Match those colors, inserting each wire and screwing them tight. Then install the guard and relief, screwing both into place and then mount it on the hull of the boat. Alright, so we've got the receptacle on. The other end of the Shorepower is disconnected at the pedestal. And I want you to take a look at this. Look at how melted that is. This is no joke. This is really scary. So we're going to take this end off. We're going to do some inspection of the wires, make sure that everything looks okay as best we can. This is a 100-foot cord, so it's a couple $100, and yeah, I could buy a new one. I'm gonna have to do the same thing anyway, so I think the cord is fine. The cord is elevated, so nobody's really been stepping on it or crunching it in any way whatsoever. And I think this cord has been here the whole time. It hasn't moved. So we're gonna go ahead and cut this, and then strip it back and put on a new connector. Look at the difference there. Yeah. This will be interesting. This will be really cool. Carefully cut through the cable. It's going to be thick. It's going to be difficult. So you may need to take it wire by wire. I'm using some angle cutters in here to cut the wires, and basically my fishing knife to cut the insulation, the outer insulation. Mark and trim your outer jacket of your cable at 1 3/4 inches. Take your time when trimming this outer jacket. You don't want to cut too deep and nick or cut the wires inside. And you want to make sure that the cut as you trim around the jacket is as straight as possible. If your cable has this white stringy stuff, go ahead and cut that out. You're not going to need it. And if anybody knows what that's actually called, let me know in the comments. We're going to trim back and expose 3/4 of an inch for each one of these wires. This is without question the hardest part of the entire process, is getting that cable through this black cone-shaped thing that seals it. You're supposed to use dish soap. The only dish soap I had is this spray-on dish soap. It took me 4 tries to get this done, but finally got it through here on this last shot. Just as with the mounted connector on the outside of the boat, you're going to match up the colors of the wires to the colors of the connectors, green, white, and black. Go ahead and put them in there, screw them in tight. Screw in the relief here at the top, this black thing that collapses together. That's the relief that stops tension from being on the connection. And then push it all together, and there are 3 screw holes here on the connector you can see down here. Those 3 screws will need to be put in behind the gasket that's on the end of the on the male part of the connection here. So make sure you put those in. Unfortunately I didn't record that, but they are in, and then you should be ready and good to go. The mistake I made here is I pushed the cable too far through. You'll see here when I put the end back and I try to squeeze it together, I have to fight with the cable to get it all the way back, so that way the two pieces can come together. Hey guys, we're docked downtown Portland. I'm about to post this video, and I wanted to say that I hope this encourages you to check your shore power connections, your cables, both the cable end and the receptacle on your boat. Look for any damage, any wear, make sure all the connections are tight and there's no hint of melting or burning or anything like that. If you do decide to convert over the SmartPlug system, we hope this helped educate you in some of that process to make that happen. I do need to say that we are not responsible for any changes you make or don't do on your boat. That's solely on you. That's your responsibility. If you're not comfortable making these changes, then hire a professional, please. It's worth it a few bucks to have somebody do it that's a professional that can guarantee it's done right. If you want, you can also go to the SmartPlug website, and they have complete shore power cables already made. So the only change that would probably have to be made at that point would be the receptacle on your boat. So hope this helps, and have a great day.